Alright, welcome to the stream, everyone. And I'm this time joined by the DM, Elf. But yeah.
Hello. I may or may not have plans to kill all of you.
That's the job of the DM.
Not necessarily. I'm going to the level so where I'm telling myself, well, I know Emu's not going to turn down a drink. So if I offer him a drink here, I can lure him over to here.
Fair enough, I should add that to my contingency plans, actually. I swear I don't plan ways I can murder or disable the entire party in case it gets a bit annoying.
Yeah, and I know Stoney's not going to say no to stroke his ego. Moore's going to go anywhere where there's a soul that needs to be saved. Squeedoo is going to go anywhere that piques his interest. I'm not sure what his interests are, but I'm going to assume they're going to be technology or anything that has to do with slime.
Probably, yeah. Like, if you could add something that looked like a spaceship, I'm sure you could lure him into just about every single situation.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to have some fucking primitive submarine then. And then I know Beef. Beef is easy to get alone.
Oh, yeah.
And I just gotta wait for the party to make him want to walk away.
Put him alone with Varric or something.
Yeah, the only problem is now that I say this, you're gonna go to fucking be alone for nothing.
Hey, I don't metagame. At least I try not to.
You try not to.
Yeah,
DM says that he plans to kill everybody. Tells you how he's going to get everybody by themselves. Assures you that you're not one of them.
Yes. I mean, heck, you could just get Remy by herself by just getting everyone else to go up do something.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to get her alone by luring her away from the rest of the party. You just have to lure the rest of the party away from her.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, actually, Garthamir. Ooh, how to get Garthamir alone?
With his mom? Probably.
Yeah, but I'm thinking in terms of outside forces that's been studying you guys.
Fair enough.
So it's like, for example, Garthamir's mom is secretive. Everybody knows that Emu's a drunk.
Could somebody impersonate Garthamir's mom and try and
But the thing is, like, how do they have knowledge of Garthamir's mom, though?
True.
If anything, you guys have been kind of public about the kid. So if anything, they either might try to lure the kid away, or they kind of put a child that needs help.
Oh, shite.
Knowing that Garthamir kind of has a soft things for children in need. That sounds worse than it actually is.
Nailed that air shot. Oh man, these super mutants really got the drop on me. Even though I was looking at one of them, he seemed kind of friendly. I thought it was the Ven or the super mutant merchant, and then suddenly he opened fire on me. That startled me a bit.
Sounds like. Yeah, I gotta clean my dry brushes really well. I got silver paint stuck in them.
Yeah.
Do you do anything complicated cleaning your paint brushes if you paint at all?
No, not really. I usually just, after I dry brush, I usually just wash them off with water and then use a piece of a paper towel to sort of dry them off so I can start again. But
I use isopropyl alcohol to clean them off initially. And then I wash it with water, and then I have a pink soap that I also use afterwards if I'm putting them up, because if you leave a tiny bit of that on there, it kind of seals the brushes together so they keep their shape. I take way more care of my brushes than I probably should.
Ow.
But that's because I probably spent about 40,000 at Games Workshop.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really. I used to paint Warhammer 40k figures, but I kind of stopped doing that because I sort of lost interest in doing it because I never get to play with them. So it's kind of like, why even bother? Like I've
Yeah, I just like the aspects painting them. I actually got a bunch of Pathfinder models and you get around the painting.
right. These days I mostly just paint Nerf guns for roleplay and stuff like that. Usually larger surfaces allows
There,
me to do more stuff.
Rose, I got a bunch of Nerf guns I need to convert slash paint still.
Hmm. Yeah, I quite like them for post-apocalyptic role-playing. I also find post-apocalyptic to be more fun than fantasy because, well,
Oh,
yeah,
also,
guns are fun.
I found this one toy gun that looks extremely like a Glock.
Like a clock or a Glock.
Glock.
Oh, I hate those guns. They look terrible.
Yeah, but I like the squareness of them.
Hmm.
Like it's to the point where like they're made for kids ages 8, but it fits nicely in my hands. Like it fits so nicely. It almost reminds me of the Beretta that I shot before. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome to the stream.
Hey.
Uh,
We're just talking toy guns.
yes.
Yay. Yeah, but no, I personally like the Glock because it is so simplistic in the design.
Hmm.
Though in apocalyptic wasteland type setting, it seems too manufactured to really fit, in my opinion.
Well, polymer guns just kind of shit for aesthetics, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
unless
because
unless
Depends
we're
on the
talking,
gun.
yeah, I mean, a G36 is pretty good. Well, at least certain models of it.
yeah,
Debatable.
Well, I do kind of like what they did with it in the XCOM reboot, the sort of alien
Mhm.
worshipper guys. Those had some pretty cool looking weapons, which were just laser gun equivalent, but made to look like German manufactured modern polymer things. Because those are apparently really good for looking intimidating.
yeah. The thing is, like, if you're going for apocalyptic, you can't like.
If you're going apocalyptic, you need something where you can slap at least 5 layers of duct tape to and it will still look good.
Yeah. Though I never really find anything post-apocalyptic really intimidating.
Like, you know, it looks good once you've slapped at least 5 of these light sticks where you crack them and then they light up to it, and at least 2 bandoliers of ammo. And if it still looks good after that, then you know you've got a good gun.
Nah, you know what my dream conversion would be? Oh, to actually get a fucking I think it's the Stein, the gun that they use for the stormtrooper blasters. Get that in like an automatic airsoft gun, so the size is there,
Hmm.
and just convert that to be a stormtrooper blaster. What was what are they called? The E11.
Yeah, something like that.
E11 blaster rock.
Yeah, they're the E11 blasters. One thing they never show in the movies that's in the books, and it makes me sad, is that little hand grip they have in the front is actually the folded down stock.
Hmm.
And they
In
explain that
books,
they can't shoot or shit in the movies because they don't have it unfolded and the recoil is kind of hard.
yeah, and fucking another thing to like, the whole fucking accuracy thing of it just. I hate that debate so much.
Well, there is that lore reason for it that they just haven't unfolded the stock for all the guys fighting in the movie, and therefore they can't hit anything.
And
Yeah, that's
there's also a fan theory where they were told to miss.
Yes, but that's
So,
stupid.
yeah. No,
yes.
the fan theory goes that when they were shooting at Leia, Luke, and Han, that they were supposed to funnel them towards the Millennium Falcon because they have a tracker on there. That's a waste of lives, in my opinion, though, because you probably could have just, like, I'll notice, let them think they escaped.
Yeah, or
like,
you could have
up in-
just posted proper guards or something. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like, they wanted to find the rebel base, and this was like, hey, we got a quick way to do it, even though it probably wouldn't. Anyways, that's the one theory. The only problem is that immediately afterwards they fucking go back to shooting shit. But up until that point, evidence of the missing was fucking low.
Oh, by the way, accuracy in the entire Star Wars series is essentially a giant plot device. Like, if you go into the Clone Wars series, both series on that, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
they don't hit jack shit unless
Oh
the
my
plot requires it.
God damn it! Yeah, I know it makes me angry. Like, I honestly think that in Star Wars, because blasters are slow and be able to be seen, no one's aiming down sights. They're just fucking using the tracer rounds to aim.
Which is stupid.
Because, like, each gun has about 200 rounds before it needs to reload. And then you can shoot about 1,000 rounds where you have to fucking reload the magnetic clip.
By the way, I really like the clone rifle because of its ludicrous range.
The DC-15?
Yes.
Oh, fucking...
It has 10 kilometers effective range.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yes, that's an artillery weapon. They don't
It's
need.
so insanely over-engineered. I love it.
And you know what the best part about it too is that, like, if you were to read and go with the lore damage of it, it could put man-sized holes into ferrocrete.
Yeah. Again, that's a fucking artillery strike right there.
You just need a fucking firing line, and you would just destroy fucking everything. But in fucking Star Wars, they go like, ugh, this is a
shit.
And the reason why they use blasters because they're quote unquote humane.
Yes, that amount of force would turn a human into paste. Well, not even paste, mist. You could dust a person.
You're pretty much vaporizing them like off of Star Trek.
Yeah, it's like you could use that thing to actively dust your enemies.
And they're automatic too.
Which we don't really see enough of, but yeah.
Slap a super high powered scope, like, I don't know, 40 times or something onto that thing, and you've got the perfect sniper rifle.
It won't matter because of
the anti-material rifle.
The slow movement completely ruins that. It'll take it a couple of minutes to reach the target. You're gonna need so many targeting computers. It's not even funny anymore.
Oh, you know what's also fucking stupid about the whole targeting thing too, is that inside the clone fucking helmets they have targeting systems inside them. The one thing I will say to give to the Gen 1 armor, and this is more like the fucking the cloners, the Kaminoans, or whatever the hell they're called, giraffe necks.
Kaminoans.
Yeah, they have a design flaw inside of the thing that I don't understand. How geneticists you're cloning Mandalorians. How the fuck do you not know the body structure of a Mandalorian that you make armor that makes so they can use 30% full movement?
It gets worse. Jango Fett assisted in the armor design.
Like, it's
so the dude they cloned the clones off of, that guy helped them make the armor and still fucked up.
There's only one theory that makes this even, like, acceptable in any regard.
But Mandalorian makes their armor with the family and its family like, Mandalorians all make their own armor. They're experts at it. It's like, how can you even...
But
it's not even possible.
There is a theory that I heard going around that would explain it, but then that just makes Palpatine sound like the world's fucking craziest planner in the existence. Because apparently,
everything or what?
apparently Palpatine wanted to fucking make the clones less effective against the droids initially, so that they would want more clones.
I mean, it's a possibility, but it's ridiculously far-fetched.
It is, and plus, it's like this dude, fucking why couldn't you just fucking shoot people in the head? Mobsters take over cities faster than you fuck.
I think if you had a proper guerrilla troop that just used anti-material rifles instead of the stupid clone weapons, they would be more effective.
The problem is that all kinetic-based weaponry like that has been outlawed in Star Wars.
Yeah, because Jedis don't like it for some reason. Because they can't parry it.
Well, specifically, the reason why it was outlawed because it's more humane to kill someone with a fucking explosion than it is to fucking gap someone with a 9mm.
I mean, they technically break their own rules with like shit like the artillery piece on the what's it called, ATTE.
Yeah, but that still has like it more or less goes to personal defense weapons, but also thank you to rebels, we now know that there actually are projectile-based weaponry still in existence.
Mind you, the ATTE is the six-legged walker thingy, which
Yeah.
fires a plasma-coated shell.
Yes.
It is literally a coil gun.
Yes. And the Empire gave its stormtroopers for one specific battle some ballistic weaponry, and they fucking devastated an entire population. Because apparently all their defenses were for plasma-based technology. So when fucking you introduce a ballistic weaponry, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
How do you beat a Jedi? Give the enemy a shotgun. That's it.
Well, there actually is a shotgun that shoots plasma-coated pellets.
No, not plasma coated. You want proper
I know this.
buckshot.
Yeah, regular buckshot. But yeah, no. Like,
Heck, you can just use a
think it's-
crossbow and you could probably still kill a Jedi fairly efficiently.
Well, I mean, if we think back to that episode where they were fucking lobbing spears at clones. And they were fucking killing them in the masses.
Yeah, like, the more primitive
How
the
does
weapons
that
in Star Wars, the more effective it becomes. I don't understand why they have to build so many advanced weaponry things.
That actually reminds me that some Mandalorians still use projectile weaponry
For good reason, apparently.
for the reason of hunting Jedi.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
they're called Jedi killers.
Yeah.
It's effective. It's really effective.
If you really want to make the quote-unquote perfect Star Wars weapon, you want a slug thrower with coil gun technology, so it's faster and has more ammo. So you don't have to carry each individual shell or railgun tech.
Hardware malfunction.
Yeah, so you can just use the stupid energy storing technology that they have.
Yeah.
They should have no fucking war because there should be no surge of energy with their technologies.
Well,
It's so stupid.
well, they have infinite energy already. Like, it's... And what do you have to say, Bomber?
Greetings, able-bodied
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another stupid retardo weapon that's inside of that series that's like it's
No,
so
don't get me.
overpowered that like why are you not all using this, motherfuckers? Oh no, I'm instantly reminded of a plot hole that one of the newest movies introduced that makes me so angry.
Hyperspace? The hyperspace gun?
Codename Boomer.
That makes me so
They literally
angry.
break their own lore.
They not only do they break their own lore, they introduce a plot hole weaponry that would be so destructive. Like you wouldn't need a Death Star to fucking destroy a planet.
Yeah.
Just
Because
take a fighter with a hyperdrive and point it at the planet.
because technically a ship that large should be able to create its own gravity well via technologies because in Star Wars lore, which would have prevented any hyperspace jump to begin with.
Oh, and let's not forget the gun that was actually part of the Old Republic thing that could shoot into hyperspace.
Yeah, there was that one too.
That is some right terrifying stuff right there. Glad it was never developed. Because that
Yeah.
could have boned everyone.
Old Republic is so much more advanced than the modern Star Wars.
Like, what is it with fucking series going like, oh, technology has regressed?
Because then they can have ancient relics that are awesome and stuff, instead of just being like, oh, look at this ancient relic. Let's put it in a museum. But we can use it ourselves, but we don't want to. Because we have better stuff. So we found this ancient cache of weapons. The only thing we can do with it is put it in a museum. Or scrap it for parts.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, true, but it's just like,
Okay, I might need more power armor for this trek.
Like, I would prefer if there was like, instead of finding like, hey, this ancient technology is stronger than anything we have today, it's more like, yo, we fucking beat the shit out of these aliens and they had this shit.
Yeah. But that would seem colonial and stuff, and the left wouldn't like that.
Fuck you, I was born off of fucking colonialism. Then again, I am like fucking a serious fucking pro humanity and fuck you, Xenos.
Yeah.
Fucking Xenos trying to take our jobs. Fuck you, Xenos trying to take our planets, but this is our home world. It's my planet now, motherfucker. Maritime law. Maritime law does not apply to space planets.
Surprisingly, it does.
I was reading this really complex theory that, like, fucking, what if humanity is the most technologically advanced race in our galaxy at the moment?
It is very likely, considering that humanity is quite young.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of.
So it's like, this just sparked my mind that, like, all those, the aliens are coming, the aliens are taking over, it's just, the humans are coming, the Terrans are coming.
Very likely, yes.
Fucking-
I have a series you guys would enjoy. It's called Death Warders. It started on Reddit, and it's essentially, what if every other sentient race was really flimsy, and humans are ridiculously resilient simply because Earth has a higher gravity than most hospitable planets.
Fuck, I was reading this one joke series where like the alien was sitting down and he goes, so if he is at Earth, it's like our home planet where it has about 60% hospitable place that they can habit comfortably and live in successfully. And then the other 40% is inhospitable. The difference between us and them is that they chose to live in it anyways.
Pretty much. I mean, according to that series, it started off with one dude just writing for the fun of it, and more people joined in with their own little side stories. And according to one of those side stories, dinosaurs left Earth on a spaceship. It gets a bit weird, but it's really fun because infantry weapons for that universe, for the alien races, are kinetic weapons in the form that they apply a kinetic force to the body. And because everyone is so flimsy, that's usually more than enough to maim or even kill.
Oh god.
For a human, it's literally just like being punched. That's it.
No.
And then you have the Australian combat engineer building a fucking explosive bolt crossbow.
Over.
Because why the fuck not?
Okay, I don't like this place. It's full of death claws. There's too many death claws here.
Sounds like Deathclaw rape.
Well, it's a cave, so I can't see where they're coming from. It's hard to snipe them.
Yeah.
I don't think the
Coming for your butt.
yes, probably. Alright, time to get out the heavy weapons then. The heavy weapons do not do enough.
Like, how do you think humanity would, like, react if they found that they were the dominant species in the galaxy?
They would be
Fucking power
terrified.
trip. They go on an endless long power trip.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, there'll be people doing a long power trip, but like, think of how many people today that we have that actively complain about humanity going too far.
Okay.
You think let me die, heretic.
It's going to be fun.
Glory
Truly
to
fun.
mankind. Ah, God, that reminds me. Fucking, I watched the movie Snowpiercer.
Eh?
Regret. I am just filled with regret with watching that movie.
I don't know that movie, so
Snowpiercer pretty much takes place where the humanity thinks that releasing a cooling gas into the atmosphere is the solution for stopping global warming.
that's stupid.
Yeah, and so like you would think that, oh, maybe they'll do 1 or 2 canisters, right? Every single fucking airport in the entire fucking earth had jumbo jets filled with this shit just go off at the same time.
Why?
Doesn't explain.
Well, they figured it would be a good idea to cool down the planet quite a bit. You know, global warming is a serious issue and all, but we really need to fix it quick and stuff. So they just went all
Yeah.
overkill.
But the problem was that like the timing that this all was taking place is that like they said that like it wasn't going to be a problem quite yet. But this just seems like fucking overkill because, like they said, we tried a test run with 1 plane. Global temperatures dropped by 1, so now we're having all the planes go. So they start a global ice age that kills you within 7 minutes of being outside. Except for one dude who saw this coming and had the foresight to build one long ass fucking train network that covers every single last country in existence, even going over the ocean.
And now that train is the only place where humans can really live.
Yes, because
How the fuck did he have time to build that?
he wanted this was his life's goal apparently, and he wanted to make a perpetual motion engine, which he succeeded on it. Meaning that this engine requires no fuel, it keeps itself going.
I call bullshit.
Except it has one minor flaw apparently, and one minor flaw only. Apparently, it makes this weird gunk that usually a machine kind of just takes out of a pipe and throws it to the other part of the engine to be recycled for something else. And this part broke, so the only hand that could fit in is the hand of a 5-year-old. So there's always needs to be a 5-year-old sticking their hand in a pipe, pulling out gunk.
Why did nobody just use a stick for this?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, what? But why? Like, you could just make a tool for this.
Or why not just tell everybody, say, hey, we need fucking somebody to do this, or we're all gonna fucking die. But no, they wanted to kidnap people, like, and they also segregated people on the train.
They could just use a soup spoon, one of those soup ladle thingies, and you could just use that to drag it out.
They had first class, economy class, tickets, and then the freeloaders. People that they picked up at stations that were about to die, to like get the fuck up before you die type deal. And all those guys were sent to the back of the train and treated like absolute fucking garbage. Huh. Like to the point where like they just stole their children and then fed them. Okay, I would think I'll wait till he gets back to explain.
Might take a while. I'm going to the toilet.
Still, I could tell Maven other things about it.
Well, I found a thing that I need to use to get past it. Alright, so.
Essentially had to play the thing standing on top of the
But no, the movie, it kind of has the same feeling as the Hunger Games and Insurgency series. Where it's post-apocalyptic and the high-up survivors have the weird-ass fucking,
Okay, I'm gonna stop doing quests while we're talking, so. Because I'm not hearing it. I just shouldn't be picking up holotapes while I'm talking to people, because it I have a bad time telling other people to shut the hell up while I'm listening to stuff in the game, so yeah, I just shouldn't do these kind of things while this is going on. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just need to vent about this atrocity.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just I have to listen to the holotape at some other point because me doing quest lines right now, it's like, I'm just gonna go do something else for a while. But yeah.
All right. Is it a good time to say it or?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Anyway, so like all the higher up people have like the fashion sense and the hobbies of fucking of like really far out there fucking weird shit. Like there's a popular drug called Chrono on this fucking train. Chrono is just fucking industrial waste that looks like a fucking barbecue cat or whatever it's called.
Okay.
That's green and highly flammable. Oh god, this one guy's fucking plan is amazing. He says to get a fucking giant block of this explosive drug. It's like, I'm gonna blow a hole in the side of the train. You know, the thing has been keeping us alive for 17 fucking years. So he decides to fucking blow up the fucking door to the outside of it while they're in the middle of a fucking mountain pass. Causes a fucking massive fucking avalanche and pretty much kills everyone on board but 2 people. So yeah, way to go. You got to test an untested theory that the snow has melted a little bit.
Well, when we're expected to be windows on this train.
There are windows on the train. His markers for that the snow is that it's getting warmer is that because of the big route they take, once per year they pass by this crash plane. And he says that every year the snow level on the plane keeps going down more and more. And that's what 90% of his theory is based on.
A once-a-year observation.
A once-a-year observation. So he decides to get a fucking brick of explosive bigger than his fucking head and blow a hole in the side of the train near the main engine too.
Jeez. I think this is what we call an idiot plot. A plot that can only happen because everyone in it are idiots.
And then fucking kills everyone on the train but 2. I don't care what you say, a fucking train rolling down the side of a mountain being crushed by fucking snow and rocks and exploding tells me that there's no fucking survivors.
Oh, hey, Mikael. Thanks for joining the stream. Well, not chat.
I'm just bitching about Snowpiercer.
Yeah, that whole thing is just. I don't believe I read the book. I don't think I did, but yeah. I believe it was based on a book at least.
It is.
Which I'm pretty sure is equally as stupid.
It probably made more sense in the book because you can see what everybody was thinking.
Yeah, true.
And so if you're trying to talk, you're muted.
I know I'm muted. There's noises in the background.
But yeah, fucking would not recommend Snowpiercer. Besides one plot hole that kind of got me like, the fuck? Like, the whole reason they decided to charge the front of the train to get fucking, to the end to try to stop all this or make their lives better is because, like, they believed the guards had no bullets. Want to guess what they ran into halfway through the train?
Guys with guns that shot bullets?
Fully automatic 5.56. Granted, how he tested his theory that they had no bullets was kind of funny because, like, he ran up to a guard pointed his weapon. He grabbed the barrel of the gun, put it to his forehead, pulled the trigger, heard a click, shouted, "They have no bullets." They beat up the guards. They killed the next group of guards. They go to the middle of the train. Some guy goes up and it's like, "Hey, you want some fucking boiled eggs?" I'm not shitting you. Has a wheelbarrow of boiled eggs. Guy's like, "I thought chickens were extinct." Yeah, a lot of people thought things were extinct. He goes, "Oh, like what?" He goes, "Oh, this." Reaches into the wheelbarrow, pulls out a fucking machine gun, and starts gutting down everybody.
Damn it, I'm dead. Ugh. That really
That's
sucked. Man, I just got killed
And then
in
the
Fallout
fucking
76
teacher
because I
pulled
got
out a
stuck on a piece of geometry. Well, at least it's not as bad as the old
the
Republic.
fucking elementary school teacher fucking went all American and pulled out a fucking scorpion out of her fucking basket and started gunning down people too.
I mean, what else would you do?
I don't know. Maybe the fact that you're probably the last fucking humans on the entire existence of the entire fucking planet. Maybe keep up your fucking gene diversity.
Nah.
So you're not just a bunch of hillbilly inbred fucks trying to fucking crawl out of that wreckage going, "Kill me," because you're so fucking inbred?
Well, looks like I'm out of time. I actually do have work in like 10 minutes.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's really early.
Well, that's when I have to leave the fucking house. But anyway,
True.
saw you were
Alright.
on, thought I should say hi.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Also,
Hi.
why do everyone think I play on PlayStation 4?
Have
I use
fun.
a mod list. Like, I have a mod list in my description. Of course I play on PC. Like, how can you play this game on anything but a PC? Like, it's a shooter game. They don't work on consoles because the control scheme on a console is absolute shite. Why can't I shoot?
Debatable.
right, take care, y'all.
Yeah,
Dick.
talk later.
What else stupid things was in that movie?
Ah, damn it, got a disease. I should keep distance against these guys.
Oh yeah, how willing they were just to fucking kill people.
Hmm.
Like, not even just killing like the back people in the train, fucking killing the people that were like supposedly the fucking first class ticketers.
Hmm.
Like, you would expect fucking stray bullets inside of a crowded train, right?
Okay, that's yeah, like avoiding stray bullets in a train would be pretty difficult. Damn it, let me get up.
Yeah, no, that was happening. Fucking people are being grazed and shot on the sidelines, but no one cared. And this one fucking crazy bitch fucking licked her own blood and enjoyed it.
Well, if they've been cooped up in a tiny area for the last 70 years,
Also,
one would expect
why
them to
did-
go kind of crazy.
Why the fuck did he have the foresight to install fucking geneticists, a greenhouse, a fucking dentistry area, a fucking sauna, a fucking area just filled with drugs? Like, how do you have the foresight to make all this beforehand? Like, motherfucker.
Well, when was this thing set, roughly?
Like 2015-ish?
Oh yeah, then that
When
does
is
make
that?
sense. But if it was set earlier, like in the 60s, something like that would totally make sense because people were like,
Nope. But there's a lot of people dressed like they were in the 60s, though.
yeah. So I'm guessing that's probably when the original thing was written. So that's the kind of worldview that most people in the area probably had.
But they had an entire night vision goggle scene, and in fucking like M6, like M4A116s with fucking hybrid scopes and shit.
Hmm. Keep forgetting Gulpers regenerate, so I have to kill them quickly. There we go.
Yeah, fucking,
Alright, almost down.
this is stroking my hate boner.
As long as you can keep it in your pants until the game starts, so you can start hating on all the players.
Oh God, I have no. Oh, one idea I have is I really shouldn't do it.
Oh crud! It's right up in my face now.
Since I'm probably not gonna do it, I'm gonna run it by you to see how mean it is.
There we go.
So,
Finally.
like, what would you like? All right. Let's say somebody after a conversation comes up to you for a hug as a goodbye, right?
Yeah, kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah, and you fail a perception check as they pull out a knife. Do they have to roll to hit if they just plan to stab you in the stomach repeatedly?
Yes. If it's the stomach, then yes. If it's the back, then you can quite easily do it without having to roll, because that's basically just completing the motion of the hug. And
So you're hugging and you're stamping, pulling back and stabbing back again about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. Okay, I like this mask. I want this mask.
I'm sitting there, I had this idea. I'm like, no, that's too mean. I can't just ice pick someone fucking out of existence in the game, can I?
I
Well-
have returned.
Yay! I found cultists. Oh crud!
Cultists?
Yes, cultists.
Cultists!
Yes, I like one of their gas masks because it's basically a gas mask with a skull over it. It looks nice. I want it.
You mean like the Krieg gas mask?
So
Yes,
Mika,
except with a
question.
human skull instead of a metal one.
Oh damn.
Yeah, hardcore stuff.
Is it too much to punish somebody with potential death over failing a perception check / reflex save?
Depends on what he's checking for.
Somebody who's giving him a hug, trying to stab him repeatedly in the back.
Not kill them per se, but damage them, yes. Because, like, my philosophy is, yes, you can punish them for failed saves, but you should always give them at least one option to save themselves.
Yeah, but then you kind of run the conundrum that like if I treat the players with that same thing, and if it comes down to like if you were to actually stab anybody in the back repeatedly in this motion.
I would say first you have to go through their armor class. You still count for the armor class thing. They might not be able to get their agility bonus or whatever for it, because
Yeah,
that kind of makes sense. But there should also be
like,
a
this idea would be,
grappling
like-
check after that. Like after the first one, they should probably get the chance to try and wrestle themselves free. At that point, it would be the person stabbing would, instead of movement, use their round for a grapple check, essentially. Or, well, the player would probably
Yeah,
make a
is this
strength save to try and get out of the grasp.
Yeah, but this will be like along the terms of like dinner party. I've invited you over to let your guard down so I can just fucking kill you type deal.
Fair enough.
Are
Then
there
that would
other
be.
players nearby?
I mean, it entirely depends on the scenario. I'm just wondering, it's like, how would you trade an instant death for a character? Because, like, for all intents and purposes, on a real person, this might mean fucking death. But to a player in D&D, it's like, oh, 5 damage, because it was a knife.
Yeah, just make the person doing it a rogue spec with spectre assassination, because then they can potentially do some really nasty shit with sneak attacks, and that would definitely be
Yeah.
a sneak attack. All you need to do is just add advantage to it, and they can add like the bullshit bonus damage. Although if you do that, then please
Yeah.
don't, because then people are gonna start realizing that I might be able to do similar things.
Yeah, but then like it still comes down to it's like how do you treat scenarios like this? Like
I would say if there's not specific rules for it, or if you want to homebrew it over the rules, then
I don't-
yes, you
I don't-
can potentially kill a character like that.
I don't think the rules don't have things for like getting shanked in the head and shit like that.
Yeah, but they have shit for sneak attacks, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, they have things for sneak attacks, but there's no way. The only way to insta kill somebody, and this is actually a hit or miss thing too, is if they're helpless, which means that you just get an auto crit.
Yeah, I think that hugging them might actually make them helpless.
Yeah, but
If
then
they're
like,
not expecting it and your hug is restraining them to some extent, then yes, they are helpless.
yeah, but like for
Especially if
example,
they don't know it's coming.
let's take this scenario. Emu just got done having a bunch of drinks with somebody. He's getting up for a hug goodbye. Person hugs tightly, rams knife into the back of his head.
Yes.
Does that insta kill him, or do we go by the rules and give him a chance to walk away?
It should at the very least get him to the point where he cannot save himself at that point. Like, if you get shanked in the back of the head, yeah, you can potentially, maybe, survive that.
Yeah, because I was listening to like it was like some dude somewhat homebrewed some D&D rules, so like it was a dinner party, guess who murder spree. Everybody was level 1, so like everyone had the chance that if they were alone with the slasher that they could get killed.
Hmm.
So was everybody trying to figure out who was the killer? It was like a group of 10 people, all like one. It pretty much was like one of those types of games, and I was kind of doing this like, well, he got the insta kill thing through making this all level 1, to where a sneak attack with a knife would be enough to kill your HP outright, if not put you near death.
I would say a sneak attack like that should put you to the brink of death if you're not expecting it at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you're expecting it, or at least if you're aware that it could happen to you, like, if you're drunk, you're not going to be aware. If you think this is a trusted companion or an ally, if you don't actively expect them to betray you, then brink of death, if not straight up death.
Yeah, and then the reason why I'm like saying this through the eyes of the players is because whatever ruling I give for the players, I'll give rulings for them on NPCs. Like, for example, let's say a party wants to sneak up on a bunch of like guards guarding a caravan they get past. Reward them for sneaking up on them, and do I just let them like, hey, I want to stab him in the neck and kill him instantly, or do I say, oh, you stabbed him in the neck? Well, you didn't do that to end his life points, so you can fucking still fight ya.
I would say, like, personally, I would say that it kills them, because realistically, if you stab a knife into someone's neck,
Come on.
like all the way in and then rip it out again, they're not getting back up.
Yeah, but then like, how do I treat that same situation out to the players? Do I say like, oh yeah, if you get stabbed in the neck, you're fucked, mate, so keep your guard up?
For NPCs, I would say instant kill, if it's like a successful sneak attack meant to instantly kill.
Yeah.
But for players, I would say put them like right on the brink of death.
I mean, like,
they will die if they don't get medical attention soon.
I do mean the like. Of course, there's a life saving throw still.
Yeah, because instant killing them outright shouldn't happen.
No,
from an attack like that.
You'll still get death saving throws either way. I'm just talking about like bringing you from whatever to 0.
Yeah, considering the
Yes.
kind of stuff that we've discovered that we can potentially do using gunpowder and the like, the idea of that much damage is not unreasonable for us anymore.
Basically, the next session, I want to introduce the fear of being like outsmarted.
I would say yes, do that. Like, bring them down to 0 HP, and
Okay.
then let them work from there. Because instant killing, like outright killing them, I've done that exactly once, and only because we were like in the last session of the campaign, and the player was okay with his character turning into the baddie, and I had this magical armor. Like, he just walked up to it, thought, oh hey, that's cool, put one piece on it, and then the magic kicks in. And the armor causes the wearer to want to wear more of that armor. And the instant you have the entire set of armor on, you turn into the bad guy. Like, literally, the old character dies and is taken over by the baddie.
Yeah,
That's
like
what I did, and it's the only time I did an instant kill, like outright death.
Huh.
Yeah, because I did it once before, but it was on request of a player. So they wanted their character to like basically restart. So they wanted this character to die off quickly. Yeah, because right now I think the party got a slight sense of immortality.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I want to give it a little reminder as like, hey, you guys may be strong in an outright fight, but fucking like, there, there's unfair fights. Only losers and idiots fight fair. Anyways,
Yeah,
I
although
need to
you
go
have
to
to
the rest.
you have to find some way to bypass Stoney's awareness thingy, or that thing that prevents him from being sneaked up on stuff.
Oh no, that I've read overt characters cheats very well.
Alright.
I mean, with the example hug attack, I would say that's not sneaking up on you.
For example,
It just counts as a sneak attack.
that hook will be used against someone like Remy or John or Arvis. For Stony, like I said, I'll go after his ego. I mean, what 3 things Stony loves more than anything in this D&D game?
The
Wyvern, goblins, and his plans. I know I can set up 2 of them in flames very easily. But I'm not that mean, so there's going to be plenty of chances to stop it. I only really predict 2 people falling for any of my tricks, really. Anyways, I really have to go take a piss, though.
Wonder if I can use insight to decipher these kind of things, because insight does allow me to decipher the true intentions of people, which is based on.
I'll explain once I get back.
Yay!
You don't happen to know how to modify a PDF? Like using text in it?
No, I rarely use PDFs. I don't. They're used for schoolwork, and I don't do schoolwork because it's ages since I had to do anything related to a school.
Wonderful, because I want to modify a PDF because in the only war campaign, I was allowed to make a custom lasgun pattern. And I want to make a proper stats, like the way it's done in the books. And I don't have Photoshop and lack the skills in GIMP or Paint to just cut it around.
You know, when I'm done here, I can probably do it for you. Shouldn't be too difficult. Like, for me, doing stuff in GIMP it's so damn quick. I can quickly mend stuff together and make it look proper.
I mean, it's just it's a shit ton of text.
I mean, law description and stuff like that, because that's might be slightly more difficult. But if it's numbers and stuff, that should be nice and easy.
It's like a table with the name, class, range, rate of fire, and so on and so forth.
Fair enough, as long as you can give me examples of how each, but how the font looks in the correct size and stuff like that, shouldn't be an issue. Or if you know the exact name of the font and it exists within GIMP, it shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. Hang on.
It's probably one of the simple ones. Because, like, these kind of books rarely use specialized fonts, as far as I remember.
Wait a second. This is page 5.
I should probably check that cultist invitation.
Hello, I'm here.
Yay.
Hello.
Okay, so let's play inside. I'm not gonna do side check. Side check pass. You know what he says is not his true intentions.
Right then. Yeah, because like my insight is also really high along with my perception. So like, if I just remember to say like,
I'm
oh, I would
also
like to use these things, and I can avoid
I
most situations. Like that's what I
yeah,
built my character for. I just don't say that I
I'm
use
also
it often enough. Sorry, I
I'm also
keep.
going to disadvantages if you keep using insight check in the same conversation. So, for example, if like let's say you're Stony or Arvis, and so walks in and goes, "Hi, good day to you, sir. How you doing?" You're like, "Insight check." You pass. He's just saying hi. He goes, "Would you like to come down to me and just help me pick up something?" You go, "Insight check." Because this dude's already been talking to you, and the fact that you can already tell he's been truthful so far, you have a disadvantage because you haven't yet caught what his tale of a lie is, or if he's lying at all.
Fair enough. I'm not stupid enough to
Also,
keep
I'm
trying to roll
lacking
for
in
stuff.
yeah.
Like considering how rarely I actually do stuff, really. Like it's only in case of something actually trips me up that I'm probably gonna be like, but let me just roll insight on this thing.
But this
Yeah.
rule that I'm going to introduce was made because of the every 5 feet I do all this.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Beef does have a tendency of making Arvis just do detect magic and stuff on everything. Like I don't try to roll perception on literally everything. Usually, sometimes when we enter a room or when I know it's like this hallway seems a bit like can I use perception to see if I can find anything? Like how many times have I done
Yeah,
that so far? Like 3 or 5 maybe? It's not that I roll for everything.
yeah. I'm also a little behind on character art pictures for all the new NPCs coming because I spent so fucking long on these dueling rules. Like Jesus, like essentially, like for example, you're fighting via sword, um, against each other.
Hmm.
You're both wearing same armor because it's armor to prevent you from fucking dying with dulled swords. Nothing special there. So I figured what it is, for example, if you're going to go for a normal attack, you will roll a dexterity and an attack roll because your opponent will roll the same back. Essentially, what he's trying to do is he's trying to parry or block your sword blow and then retaliate for a point.
Right, I think I understand that. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted. I'm fighting a dragon.
Oh, I'm good. I'm also trying to explain this to Mika too. I'll re-explain this all to you guys later.
Good.
So essentially, the attack rolls try to make contact, the dexterity rolls try to avoid your opponent's sword. Because all they have to do is touch you with it to score a point. They don't need to do damage. They don't need to crit you. They just need to touch you.
Wait, are you telling me that Remy would be amazing at this?
Possibly, because one thing you can do is also if you want to do a combat trick, which would be dexterity plus wisdom, and the enemy has a counter with an insight and dexterity check to see what the move is for really.
Are you telling me that dexterity and wisdom are good for dueling? Because if that's the case, then I might have to sign up.
Wisdom for combat experience because you fought so many people before and you've been in so many battles that you kind of got all the sword moves down. Because you don't need to hit hard, you just need to touch them. And that's the point.
I mean, I like what my Deathwatch GM has been doing, where duels and heroic combat situations are just handled outside of initiative, and like it's not even real actions. It's more of an like reading a book, where the player just describes what their character is doing, and the GM describes what the other character is doing, and how that interacts with each other. It works wonderful. For example, we were breaching a hangar, and one of our members got into a duel with the enemy commander. And oh boy, like he curbs on the fucker, but it was cinematic as shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a cinematic twist on it. The problem is that I just know my players, and I know if I let them describe exactly what they do, they're going to do some crazy fucking retardo shit and do a million moves in fucking one.
Then you need to make them roll for shit.
Yeah, which is kind of like doing here.
Like, for example, if they say they want to do a really, really distracting flip while attacking, that's going to be a really hard attack.
That's also going to need fucking, like, I don't even know what kind of roll that would fucking be.
I mean, I'll probably, like, if I sign up for these, this duel, I'll probably try to use sleight of hand for feints and stuff. Because my sleight of hand is, well, not great, it's there, it's something.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to deal damage, you're not trying to kill the person, you just need to fucking tap their armor.
Yeah, exactly, so I'm thinking sleight of hand to sort of feint them out.
Yeah. And for the joust, I'm thinking about doing is an attack roll plus strength check plus riding check. Essentially, you're trying to hit the person with the lance, break the lance on them, and not fall off your horse.
Right.
Because falling off your horse is an instant loss.
Kinda makes sense.
Hitting someone with your lance is 1 point, breaking your lance on them is 2. First person to 5 wins.
I had a GM who did jousting. Like, there was a test for riding, so you don't fall off. And then the attack, he did a normal attack roll with his lance. And he, like, how good you rolled determined how many points you would score. But you would never get more than if the other guy rolled better than you, then you would never get more than him.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like, to make it easier and less complicated, I'm gonna go with like that, because potentially then someone could score no points. Because then
you have two guys fighting, and one of them is really, really good with a lance, and he scores, say, like he rolls a d20 and gets a 17. The other guy barely knows how to use a lance, still hits and rolls a 19. Then he will get more points for that than the other guy, even though he's less experienced. But he rolled better overall.
Which is one reason why I want to have 3 different rules that kind of use like a few different stats.
I do like this submachine gun, but I just wish it used to be done. But yeah, you make it sound like Remy should totally enter into the dueling contest.
And then there's the magic dispelling one where it's like you have a chance to dispel your enemy's spell.
I should look into that. She's an arcane trickster. She might be. I don't think she can do these spell steal thing yet, but I think she might have something.
Essentially, for the duel, the magic duel, essentially it's like you cast your spell. The person needs to do an intelligence test, which would be like the DC would be the caster spell caster level plus the spell level plus 10. And if you do it, the DC to dispel the spell would be the caster's DC, and you would use whatever spell stat you use to try to beat it. So for example, sorcerer and wizard face off. Sorcerer casts a spell, wizard uses intelligence to figure out what spell it is, and then has to roll d20 and add their intelligence modifier to dispel the spell. And the DC for the spell would be where DC of the spell is the save from the spell that's being cast.
I'm already confused.
Yeah, let me type it out because it might be better to read.
I don't. I can't really look at it right now.
Okay. So anyways, okay. So let's say I want to cast Magic Missile. I think it's a second level spell or first level. Okay, no, first level spell, Burning Hands.
Yes.
Let's say I'm a level 10 wizard. I'm going to cast Burning Hands, so it will be my. So for you to determine what spell this is, you take my level plus spell level plus 10. So you have to roll an intelligence DC check of over 21 to know what spell it is.
Huh.
Let's say you roll 22. You know I'm about to cast Magic Missile. Technically, Magic Missile doesn't have a DC to save, but what you would roll, let's say you're a sorcerer, you would roll a d20. And let's say you rolled 15, you add on your charisma modifier, let's say it's 4, so that is 19, which would be above the DC of a level 1 spell saving throw.
Hmm.
Thus, you dispelled my spell.
Right. I'm guessing we can't use this in actual combat.
Well, if you guys really, really, really like these rules, I'll allow it.
Okay. Because that seems complicated, and I know I won't be able to use any of that because my stats aren't good enough. Although I think there's something weird with Arcane Tricksters counting as like quite high level spellcasters by not being it or something.
Yeah.
But that was just something I read quickly in passing, because I'll be real honest, I haven't read too much into the Arcane Trickster spellcasting, because I know enough of it that I can make it work, and I have my basic range damage cantrip that I wanted, and a few other small tricks of the trade. So I haven't really looked too much into it, but I think there's something weird with how Arcane Tricksters work with caster level.
Yeah. Plus, if you guys like I was saying, like this could make combat fairly interesting.
But no, we actually have encountered quite a few mages, haven't we?
No, but it gives me excuse to bring in more.
Fair enough.
Because usually you guys target the mages first.
Gank the Psyker first.
Gank the Psyker first. No one likes Psykers.
And now I'm just wondering, could I, if I entered that spellcasting contest, just stand there and tank like an AoE attack by just using dexterity saves instead of dispelling the spell?
The magic, essentially, it's the first person who's unable to dispel the spell.
Oh, right. I'm not entering that thing unless I have my spell stealing thing already. Because screw that!
Because essentially, it's like the first person to get touched loses.
Hmm.
I mean, you could try to do with AoEs and dodge and whatnot, but like, there's a lot of spells that just do AoE, fucking like burning hands and fucking fireballs.
Yeah.
Because it's like your retaliation wouldn't even be able to get past them.
Hmm. Damn. Yeah. I think I'm not high enough level to be able to do anything with Remy for that thing, but I imagine like later on when I've leveled her up a bit more, I might be able to really dominate in those kind of competitions.
Yeah.
But I am not sure. Because I'm pretty sure Arcane Tricksters gain the ability to just steal someone's spell. Like, if they get targeted with, they can just be like, oh, I'm stealing that thing, now I know that, and you can't cast it anymore. Or something like that. But I think that's like a level 14 kind of thing. So, yeah. Quite a ways off.
So there's a arena shooter on Steam right now, which is free to play.
What's it called?
Splitgate. And it's a shooter with the gimmick being it has portals.
Oh, can you telefrag people?
Yes.
Yay!
I mean, you can literally shoot through the portals.
No, I mean, can you telefrag someone by going through the portal as they're standing near the portal? And then when you pop out, you explode them. Or gip them, basically.
And no, it's portals like in the Portal game series, like you put them on walls,
Oh.
but you can shoot through them. Both
Aw.
your own and enemy portals.
I was hoping telefragging was possible.
Yeah, but no, coming up with all these rules and all these plans made me realize that I have not drawn any character portraits whatsoever. I really should not have spent like 3 or 4 days coming up with fucking laws.
Hey, I'm trying to get the party to go a bit more slow with stuff so that you get more time to plan stuff out and we get more chance to do inter-party plans and stuff like that. Or inter-party play, because that stuff's
Well,
interesting.
Well, this next bit is going to take 2 sessions forcefully on my part.
Alright.
No matter how fast you guys go, you'll...
Fair enough.
Because I have an entire war fucking individual fucking roadblocks to throw at you.
So what if I try to force it to take longer than that?
Can you?
Yes. I
He says hopefully with a tear in his eye.
I can keep making people be derailed and start us like talking for many hours in the tavern or something about what we're gonna do and stuff.
Can I stab people in the tavern?
Probably. I have perception though.
I'm probably gonna need to sleep really hard because the only thing I'm thinking of stood through my mind is how many fucking times can I stab someone before I could get pulled off of them in the game. Like, how many stabs do you think a dude can reasonably get into somebody before one of the party members gets him off?
I mean, actually, potentially only one. I have puppet.
Yeah, but how many maximum do you think I can get?
How many what?
How many maximum stabs do you think I can get away with?
Oh, well, if it deals 1 damage and nobody else is around, they're kind of strong, and probably about 50, because then I think whoever you're stabbing is probably either dead or can't really do anything anymore.
Because, like, I had this one idea for a scene, and, like, I came up with it, and it kind of made me realize that, like, I'm going a wee bit too far now. Because, like, it was going to be an interrogation scene by a character I'm going to introduce, and he's going to be, like, interrogating a few people, and he's just going to snap and just start stabbing one of the prisoners repeatedly in the fucking face while the other prisoners screaming their fucking lungs off. And I realized if I describe this in detail, people are going to know what my mind goes to when they get stressed. And the whole reason you would be doing this is because everybody's so scared that they're fucking next because this guy didn't even ask questions or do anything. He just picked the dude and says, alright, I'm stabbing him till he stops moving.
Huh. At that point, I would probably be rolling insight, to be honest.
You'd be rolling insight on the dude?
Yeah, just like, if he says that, then I'm probably gonna be like, is he serious with this? Or can we just let him keep going?
Let him keep going as he got someone by the hair and he just ramming the dagger repeatedly into his face.
Okay, so I already have a right arm.
Like, I'm talking like he doesn't tell you guys at all. It's just you guys just sitting there, you guys waiting for him to start the fucking questioning. and he just fucking gets up and repeatedly starts stabbing somebody in the face. Like a psychopath. Maybe I'm the psychopath.
Well, yes, we all are on this server. Like, there aren't really many ways around it.
Need some ammo, chems, or spiky bits.
You think that actually would be a good little fucking
You may find
interrogation though? Like we get some hardcore NPCs to respond.
I mean, if you can get me away from the party, well, mostly. Actually, I don't know, Stony might be okay with it now, but if you can get me a bit away from the party, I might be able to do some right fun torture on someone.
Yeah.
Loot. Available in
Although,
exchange
I don't know.
for cash.
It's a bit hard to tell. Because I do think it could be quite fun torturing somebody by basically peeling away their skin using salt to rub inside of the wounds, then trying to patch them back up. Using that as a torture method. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
I had an interrogation scene in Shadowrun where I was playing a normal human and my friend was playing a troll. And the dude we were interrogating just wouldn't take me seriously, so I ruptured his asshole.
Huh.
And then duct taped it closed.
I think I heard of this.
And before I duct tape it closed, I did maybe fill it with hot glue.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't take me seriously, so...
So I poured hot glue into his arse.
Actually, let's cook some stuff.
God, that almost makes me think of. That gives me a bad idea.
Should be all the meat I picked up. Pick up something else.
Like, take your hot glue thing, but replace it with alchemic fire.
Yes.
Mm.
But that would kill someone. I didn't want to kill you.
I didn't want to kill him. I just wanted to fucking suffer.
Well,
yes, his boss had to give him a cybernetic asshole. And I'm not even joking, he actually had to do that.
right, because cybernetic assholes are definitely a thing in Shadowrun.
They are.
I know. That's a wonderful setting, though.
Shadowrun 6th edition got announced.
Yay! It's probably gonna be really weird.
It's going to be great. They fixed all the problems I had with 5th.
Right.
Nice.
Hmm.
I just had another bad idea there. I really had these bad ideas. Okay, that's. Oh,
Just scrap this thing, though.
I know how to kill John.
Hooray!
Fucking, what's the one thing John will never turn down?
Alcohol?
A fight?
What can you do to alcohol that requires a constitution check that alcohol already requires a constitution check for?
Poison,
Make it
obviously.
ludicrously hard.
Just poison his booze and he'll keep fucking drinking it, thinking it's a stronger dose because he has to take 2 checks.
Oh, thanks for that. Well, actually, I don't need that for him. I already have a way to incapacitate him. So, well, actually, I need to set it up first. You know, I really should get in touch with his girlfriend and start, like, befriending her.
Oh, she's already on the way.
I know, but I need to actually, like, I need to get Remy to actually get in contact with her.
I mean, you'll get in contact with her real soon.
Fair enough. I just want to get in contact with her without the rest of the party, essentially.
without him there.
Yep, and just like befriend her. Just
I mean, if you want to disappear for a weekend game,
I mean, I already kind of think I have an in, because Remy knows that she's definitely around because of the whole Stein saying, oh, well, the guards being like, oh yeah, there's this other person with emus around.
oh yeah, the whole Stein. That reminds me, I have an idea for Stein. That's fucking.
Well, I am trying to bring him more into the game by trying to drag Gerthamir over there so we can try and graft some genitalia onto him.
But I have a way to make him the only doctor in town.
Stony is not gonna like that, because he wants to become a doctor.
Oh, Stoney's already not gonna like the doctor's test.
But yeah, what I'm basically thinking is we can potentially graft a horsecock onto Gerthamir, because Stein is already a veterinarian, so he might have access to it.
He's a veterinarian, not by choice.
Yes, but what I'm saying is he might have access to horsecocks, so we can get Gerthamir a horsecock. It's gonna be
He
perfect.
has access to it. He has access to a lot of body parts. And he's not allowed to tell you where you got him from when his probation's over.
Oh, sweet, another one of these sheep squatches. Are they always legendary? A sheep squatch. Kind of big, nasty thingies. Oh, ow, yeah, I forgot about that attack. Ow. Should probably stay behind a tree. Oh no, it noticed me. Ow.
Yeah, but like, what I could do is, because there's been a whole big old event a few towns over, thanks to you guys, are going to need like doctors to help set up and everything. Every legal doctor heads off to go, even just the ones who didn't pass / got their license revoked. Leaving Stein the only one who has the knowledge to teach Stony and be the healer.
Okay, that sucked. I missed.
Yeah, but no, healing is not as straightforward as Stony thinks it's going to be.
Well, is he actually gonna have to start doing like advanced stuff where he knows what he's doing?
No. What he's going to do is that he's going to use his autism to super research medicine. However, it's going to be along the terms of like, for example, they're going to ask, "Why do you wash your hands?" And he's like, "Oh, to clean off all the germs and sterilize." They're going to go, "No, you wash your hands because it's rude to grab someone with dirty hands." And it's like, why do you? And it's like, what's the first? Like, what do you need to have the patient do before you cut into them? What would be your response?
Probably have their consent and understanding that what I'm doing is necessary.
Wrong. First thing you have to do is gag their mouth so they don't make too much noise to disrupt the other patient next door.
Huh, alright.
So yeah, it's going to be primitive knowledge. For example, they don't call germs germs; they call them little monsters. Because a mage accidentally made one grow big. And he saw it, he freaked the fuck out.
Huh. That kind of makes sense, actually. I did not bring enough ammunition for this fight. This slightly annoys me.
Yeah. So Sony's not going to find it fun to become a healer. Mostly because he uses any magic whatsoever throughout the test. He's fucked. Because it's not an aversion of magic. They just want you to know. They just want to make sure you know what you're doing before you head out there.
Great, the German is laughing maniacally. We might have issues.
What's up?
I thought he was being smart and teleported next to me. He wasn't smart. He did it again.
Why are these NPCs so stupid? They're all just standing there using their range attacks, even though some of them aren't even hitting. Seriously, I have a super mutant here who's keep taking pot shots at this giant monstrosity with a minigun, but there's a metal cage in between him, so he can't hit.
Because AI passing is not through the gun, but through the eyes.
Yes, but he's being blocked entirely, even by a giant hill.
Yes, because he can see the target.
No, he can't.
But
that's the issue here. He can't see the...
Oh, so it's ray tracking. Jesus.
Please get this game. It's
That
so
means
stupid.
that means all fuckers track you through the fucking walls too.
Well, yes, that's the issue with Bethesda games. They have weird stealth tracking mechanics. It's right annoying.
Well, I don't really pay attention much if it says the fucking AI.
Please actually download this game. It's so stupid. I love it.
There's actually this one game where somebody proved that the AI's tracking was through the eyes, where they found out that a blind spot literally was so close to the front of their face that you were pretty much making out with them and they still couldn't see you. You were too close to be seen.
That is slightly hilarious.
Oh my god. Do you guys want to see some gun BDSM?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna look at it for a while, because I at least want to kill this giant monstrosity first, and I need these super mutants to do their damn job and murder it for me.
I'm gonna put it down in contextual.
It's wonderful.
I'm called a dragon again. It's a bit more damage. It's almost like this giant sheep monstrosity has an aversion to melee combat.
Ow.
Why does it keep using cover? I don't like this.
I'll pull some more gun BDSM.
Okay, it's almost dead now. Okay, let's get out the bloodied broadside. I think I've taken a bit of damage now.
You realize your gun has nipples.
Spray and pray is a valid tactic.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, there's a doctrine called Death Blossom. Well, it's known as Death Blossom.
Crows is like, what the fuck are these pictures you're sending me? I've been told that this is the most American thing ever. Gun loads.
Let's actually check what this thing is. Solid Marine left arm. Cool. I'm gonna get an angle on this soon with my Gatling gun because I'm tired of this minigun using mofo. Hurting me. There we go. Give me more rounds. Yep. Oh crud. Did not notice that guy. Okay, go.
Thinking with portals.
I wouldn't be surprised if speedrunners found a way to beat the entirety of Portal without using any portals at any point. Okay, why is the game doing this again? I don't want to be aiming down sight anymore. There we go, finally stopped. Okay, that was a long and drawn out battle, and I might have to stop playing an arena shooter soon because, yeah.
You can join me in this madness.
Exactly. So I need to figure out if I can actually stream that game, if it doesn't completely kill my connection or something like that.
It shouldn't. It's. Fuck! 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 Oh god. I fell off. It's pretty decently optimized. I mean, it's lagging at the beginning when everything's loading in, but after that, it's damn smooth, even with shitty ping.
Yeah, I need to make my way back to that camp at this point, though.
I probably should get up and go. I probably should go to sleep so I can wake up and make maps and get food.
Yeah, what are you talking about? The game is only like later today. Actually, like tomorrow, but you know, you get the idea.
But it's like 3 a.m., so I'm going to get like 8 hours of sleep to deal with all that bullshit.
Well, yeah, the game starts at 3 a.m. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
so
start.
12 hours then.
Well, actually, it's 2 a.m. that the game starts, but yeah.
3.
Yeah, to be honest, the game is a really inopportune time for me.
Yeah.
Gas mask is still there.
You struggle for the joining of it.
Sort of, yes. Alright. Back to this train station. I think I'm just gonna call it here. Sorry, I've been doing shorter streams as of late, but well, I'm also working on low role-playing equipment and stuff, so that's also eating up my time. But thanks everyone for watching.
I forgot you were streaming.
Yeah, as always, have a maven, and have a good one.